Sorry about that, everybody. I had to change out my hard drive there. And in doing so, it knocks us off the air because I use it for replay. So hopefully there was not a lot of panic. Hope everybody's having a great holiday season here as we get ready for a great one tonight, Edina and Cretin-Derham-Hall. These two teams, of course, sectional rivals. I think it's going to have an interesting play for Cretin-Derham-Hall as they're going to be looking to really kind of put their identity into play here tonight, and we'll see if the Hornets allow for that. They've been playing some really good hockey, has Edina. We're great at the Edina Holiday Classic, just putting the biscuit in the basket. Of course, we had that memorable Sports Center clip that we sent to our guy John Butchergrass, who then had that as part of the top plays of the night, and that was number 2. That, of course, the Mason Nevers one. If you haven't seen it, it's pinned on our Twitter account. Follow us at MN Hockey TV, and that is we'll have more of those coming up next week. We're going to be at the Tradition in the Park Holiday Classic, which is going to feature 5 of the 8 teams in the top 15 or better, including number 1 Minnetonka. We've got a full slate of clubs, so we're really looking forward to what that has to offer, and we'll see some great games as well. There's not much more you can ask for there. So we'll be getting her going here in a second. We'll get Bart to put his headsets on, and then we'll have some high school hockey on Jersey night here at the very festive and loud Braemar Arena. And hello again, everybody. Welcome to Braemar Arena. Along with Bart Archer, I'm Pete Wagner. It's high school hockey featuring the Edina Hornets and the Cretin-Derham-Hall Raiders. The Hornets have yet to lose a hockey game this year, although they did lose one in the shootout against Maple Grove. Of course, that goes in the books official as a tie. And then Cretin-Derham-Hall, of course, highly regarded. I think they opened the season up at number 5 in the rankings, and they've now slipped out. Bart Archer, good evening to you, and we're getting close to Christmas. Are you ready for Santa?
Well, I'm never actually ready for Santa.
What do you mean?
I always put it off to the last possible moment, so Monday morning I'll probably be out shopping.
Bart Archer.
But you're right. I think Cretin-Derham-Hall came in with high expectations in this year, and deservedly so. They have depth at all positions. They have solid goaltending. Plus, they have a couple high-end players on this squad as well. They just got out of the gate a little slow. 3-3 early in the season, plenty of time to kind of regroup, but tonight would be a good start. As you said, Pete Dunn undefeated so far, blew through the holiday tournament, scored 20 goals for, only allowed 3 against, so they're playing some of their best hockey, and this is a holiday season when Edina generally takes a bit of a swoon, so it's a really good opportunity for the Raiders to come in here and inflict their will, but it's not going to be easy for them in the friendly confines of Braemar Arena.
These two teams, of course, have seen each other down at Mariucci Arena at some point throughout sectional play since the realignment. And you know, when they do it, it's all geographically based. And you know, really, Cretin-Derham-Hall is quite close to the Academy of Holy Angels over in Richfield, and then right here, Edina and lovely Edina, Minnesota.
I just think they're trying to find some equitable balance, so to speak. It's going to be something that they're going to have to wrestle with for years to come.
Actually, they don't balance those. Just so you know, I wanted to dispel that rumor. It's not about balance. They don't look at teams and go, oh, let's put these. No, it's about geography, and it's about you getting your program better. Okay. And if there's 10 good ones in the deal, tough, figure it out. It's about geography. And if you look at the map and the pins, I've had these guys on my shows on 1500 ESPN. We've talked about it ad nauseum.
Okay.
And so a lot of people will wonder, why is is a St. Paul school and an Edina school in the same section? Well, they are because they're geographically close.
Yeah, and now that I think about it in my mind's eye, you are not incorrect. But I just thought they were trying to find some equity to get the best teams in the tournament and give teams a chance. But that would make some sense. We're getting ready for the anthem.
That's how they do every sport too, I guess.
How about that?
We'll have a face-off coming up for you.
I learned something.
The home of the Hornets, the home of the free and the home of the brave, right here, high school hockey on the mnhockey.tv.
Well, a couple of players of focus. Obviously, all eyes draw to number 15 in the purple and the gold, and that would be Matthew Gleason, junior forward, kind of the leader of this team. Just a natural leader. Where he goes, they will follow. But coming off a 30-goal campaign last year, 7 so far early in the season, just 6 games, 7 goals, so he's on a really solid pace to match last year's statistics. They also have a backliner named Danny Magnuson, number 19 as well. Gets involved in the offense, but can be a shutdown defenseman. They have some players on this team that can play. They have a solid goaltender. Last year had a 2.16 goals against average, was 11-1. We're speaking of George McGuire. This year he started out a little slow, 2-3, 4.23 goals against with a .858 save percentage. So there's room for improvement on this Cretin-Derham-Hall squad, but I'm sure Coach Matt Funk will get them trending the right direction when it counts the most, and tonight would be a good start for that.
Loudon, don't call me Benoit Hogue, will be starting in goal for the Edina Hornets. He's seen a majority of the play here for his edition. Only game we have tonight, a big hockey night in Minnesota event here, Edina and Cretin-Derham-Hall, as we are underway. Back into the Edina zone it goes. The Raiders to the corner. That's Altier with it. Body check off the end boards. And who wants it? Down low is Mason Nevers. Malmquist in position defensively to make the play, and they'll rush it to center. Here comes Jungles. He's dangerous to the forehand. Ran out of real estate. Scores! That's how you do it. There you follow up a play. Mason Nevers, 1-0 Edina.
Well, it's good pressure early by Cretin-Derham-Hall. They got behind the end line of Edina, and it was Mason Nevers that actually won that battle, got the puck out to the right side. Just chipped it up to Jungles, did a nice job of corralling that. He went wide on the goaltender McGuire and then just put it back out front, and Nevers in an opportune spot just redirected that. We're 30 seconds in, Edina already holding a 1-goal advantage. Cretin-Derham-Hall's got to respond.
Oh, that's a big start for the Hornets right there. They've been known to start quickly and sometimes don't stop.
Right, and that's where they have to come back and at least reestablish themselves. They actually had a pretty energetic start. We're doing some good things, but Edina, in their transition game, they can strike quick and they can strike often. So you just have to play solid defensive hockey.
Off the skate, then that hits the oncoming Colby out of the zone. It's going to be sent right back in. Nick Williams behind the net. Williams is flushed out of there. Vorlicki from the corner is going to let that roll up to the right wing wall. Sliding over now to make the play. But the stick on that was Mike Walsh, and now it's going to be whistled down offside at the line. And we'll face off in neutral zone with 15:50 to go. Score reads 1-0
Well,
Edina.
Pretty good energy by Cretin-Derham-Hall. One thing they're going to have to be cognizant of is protecting the offensive blue line. You have to leave at the right time. I think they got caught a little in tight, but Edina likes to float that weak side winger out, spread the defense out a little bit, so they like to get behind the defense. So the Raiders have to be cognizant of that moving forward tonight.
To the line, but not out. Quick wrister. Oh, scores! It went in off an Edina player. Look out! We're tied at 1. What a goal!
Well, if they okay, that number 7, that's Jack Nee, who scored that goal, first goal of the season. But that's how you respond to an Edina goal, is you punch one in. Obviously, had a bit of fortune on that one as it went off an Edina player, but doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to be effective. Now we're not at a 1.
It was a nice redirect.
Absolutely.
And that's the job right there. You saw it on the replay, and he forced Hogue to have to react and make a quick save. He does, and then next thing you know, they get the putback. Sent back in behind the net. It's going to be McGuire to set up. Tied at 1 there. Ooh, turned over. That gets away from Delaney, and back up ice it goes with Mike Walsh. Cross the line. That one's whistled down.
Well, the official scoring was 9 from Walsh at 122. Boy, at this pace, it's going to be about 16 to 15 in the third period. But obviously they can't keep this pace. But that has to give the Raiders a little confidence as it stands. You can tell by the way they're playing. A lot of energy. This
would be a good night if you're the players to have a nice game, because there's about a dozen scouts at the NHL level here tonight, if you're wondering. And we were talking to all of them, Bart. That was great stuff. Central Scouting's here.
Well, you were talking to him. I was a crumb on the plate, but I'm fine with that.
Mormon behind the net. Still waiting on Paul Walsh's official call on the goal.
Yeah, he did call it, actually.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he did.
Snapper in on goal. That's from Reiners. Nice save by McGuire. Fights it off. And now here come the Raiders back up ice with it. That's going to be Gleason. Right wing pass. Davison had a reach. Hogue makes the save. Puck sits loose. Hogue again. It's still loose. Look out. Oh, there's a quick shot. Scores! Oh, it's 2-1 Raiders. They strike again here early in the first period.
Well, that was Ryan Mormon, the defenseman, senior defenseman, that just saw an opportunity. Good pressure by the Raiders down low. Hogue made a couple saves, but the puck seems to kind of dance on him a little bit. Couldn't corral it. It just went out, and he just put the lumber on that one and beat the goaltender. Now it's 2-1. Cretin-Derham-Hall, a lot of activity in the first minute, 2 minutes and a half of this first period, but Cretin-Derham-Hall holding a 1-goal advantage. Be interesting to see who's going to get the assist on that one.
Wow, we can't keep up here. We're 14:30, so we're 2.5 minutes in. We've already had 3 markers. This is having the feeling of that 10-7 tilt with Elk River last year right about this time. And, you got a huge audience, a crowd that's assembling here. It's starting to swell up, Art. You've got everybody finally back. This is usually the weekend of the Holiday Classic, which was a week earlier.
Absolutely, and a little disappointed with the turnout of that Holiday Classic, but they're making up for it.
Nobody was in town.
Right on, but the Edina side's very well represented. Cretin-Derham-Hall travels quite well. Official scoring was Mormon as third from Gleason at 2:55, 2-1 Cretin-Derham-Hall. 14:23 left in the first period.
Back into the center ice area. It's going to be Klein with it. Vorlicki back in behind the net. He'll have to hurry as he's watched. Tries to play this off the boards. Vorlicki, that's off the stick and off the boards. That was intended for Rugemer. Now Vorlicki to the right wing side, deflected to center. Over to make the plays. Magnuson off the boards and back into Edina turf. Oh, that one gets away from Williams. And now it's going to be Vorlicki back up ice. He's going to take it and walk in deep. Vorlicki shallow angle, nice save. Turned in there by McGuire. That one up over Colby and back into the Edina zone it goes for an icing call. 13:42 to go. 2-1 Cretin-Derham-Hall.
Well, Peter, I think it led you down the wrong road. I think that's Croy Kochendorfer in goal. Just a freshman. My old guy Ice, he's 29 down there, but again, he got put his feet to the fire right away, but came up with a decent save on that face-off to his right. Cretin-Derham-Hall taking great angles, very aggressive on the forecheck, really bottling Edina up and forcing him into discomfort, and they're making plays that they don't normally make. So a good start by Matt Funk and the Raiders.
Could have had a tripping call there. The Hornets might have gotten away with one. Out front it goes. Set in the onset here, Bart. We'll find out where Cretin-Derham-Hall's at. I think people have expected a little bit more out of this team to start the campaign, and they've done just that. I mean, showing us here right now, they're going to go toe-to-toe with the Hornets.
Well, right. It just shows some validity in people's projections on that. But, I mean, they have their top 3 returning scorers coming back from last year, so they didn't lose a whole bunch of scoring. Obviously, there were some significant players that moved on as graduation, but next man up. And Cretin-Derham-Hall, sometimes when you get new players in the roster, they just have to get familiar with the pace, and they get better as the year goes on.
Racing up the right wing side, poked off the stick. They enter the game at 3-3. Wins over Forest Lake 11-9, so they can put it in the net. We know that much. Woodbury 7-3, and then they shut out Moundsview 2-0 on Thursday. That, of course, being yesterday, working the back-to-back package tonight. Not showing the road legs here.
No, in fact, sometimes that can actually benefit a team.
Turned up ice by the Hornets. That's off Delaney's stick and sent again off the boards. Chorsky now on the stick of Delaney. Delaney across the line. Nice feed. Malmquist scores! Oh, my word. These guys are like the Globes. Incredible. Watch Delaney grab this pass off the right in the air. Boom. Just chops it down on his stick. And there's a 2-on-1.
Well, the thing that I liked about it is he held onto the puck, gained the zone, made the defense commit, then chipped a nice little sauce pass over to Malmquist, and that Malmquist scored his 4th goal of the season, but it was just a nice goal to a wide open net. Kochendorfer didn't really have much of a chance. Had to play the shooter on that one. Nice play by Delaney to feather it over on the tape. Nice redirect by Malmquist. We're not at a 2:12:34 left in the first period. It's a track meet, Pete Wagner.
This is an interesting trio here. Or that was an interesting trio. I liked Malmquist on that right side. That looked good.
So absolutely. Well, Malmquist on anybody's side isn't a bad deal for the Hornets.
He's got the legs to get the job done for sure.
Plus he's
now
got
Nevers.
The motor never quits.
There's Vorlicke's shot that hits traffic on its way in. Turned aside and out of the zone now by Cretin-Derham-Hall as they're going to angle out of there with Theleman. Sends that in behind Hogue. It's going to be Williams to take it all the way out of the corner. Williams, nice little feed there for Nevers. He had the stick in the way from Altier, but Cretin-Derham will make the turnover back at center as they play this one in deep. Vorlicke back behind. Turns it over. Scores! Oh, look at that. Altier. Is there a defensive breakdown by the Hornets? And it's now 3-2, Cretin-Derham-Hall.
Well, they're certainly putting Edina behind the 8 ball, making them uncomfortable in their own zone. A couple missed plays, uncharacteristic of the Hornets, but Gleason did a nice job pushing it to the net, but it was a nice redirect by Altier. That's his 2nd goal of the season, and we're just 5 minutes into this contest, and it's already 3-2 Cretin-Derham-Hall.
Wow. Who would have thought?
Well, Cretin-Derham-Hall's I think what part of their problem this year is they're giving up 4 goals a game, and that's uncharacteristic for Cretin-Derham-Hall that can defend. Back into the Edina zone it goes. It's going to be Reiners to the left wing for Clemenson. He finds his man in Kavanaugh. Now Clemenson has it. And now sent right back in behind by Rugemer as there's going to be a little collision back behind the net. Hornets look to make a play. Out of the corner with Colby. Goes inside out. Ooh, dangled toward the goal mouth area. That's turned aside. Now it's going to be Clemenson. Back in behind the net. Colby slides over to the corner as he's jammed on the play by Walsh. Again, another big check thrown. Bridges is there. He's fought off the puck. Nice defensive play to the line. Rugemer tried to play that one down to the corner. Touch pass. And now it's going to be Boltman to come away with it across the line. Takes a stick there from Bridges. Doesn't matter. They go high. Oh, behind the back to the slot. Colby tries to play that one through. Hornets now chasing this one down by a score of 3-2. Turnaround opportunity. Off the mark. Back in behind. Sent back off the boards and right onto the stick. That was Klein there. Now they've got numbers across the line. They'll leave a pass off from the top of the slot. Ooh, coming over with a blow-up was going to be Morton there. Nice job to avoid that would-be check. Morton now outlets right wing. Borst is there, but not quick enough. Up into the bench area it goes and out of play. Well, really nice work by Edina. You know, Pete, this is kind of a game. If you're a Hornet fan, settle down, not a big deal. I think it's good that the Hornets are being challenged right now. They haven't really seen adversity so far this year. They blew through that holiday tournament against very good competition. So I think this challenge is going to benefit the Hornets, kind of find out what kind of character is on this team. And a very hard-working team, but I really like what Cretin-Derham-Hall, they're skating with them. They're going stride for stride. They're minding their responsibilities, not trying to do too much. So far, so good for Matt Funk and his Raiders. Yeah, they're playing well and taking advantage of the opportunities. Hornets forced to, if you get on the defenseman and force them to make plays, they got good ones at transition. It's just the ability to sustain that pressure is where most teams find a lot of troubles. Turned over in the zone, sent back into the corner as they'll play ahead to Delaney.
Delaney now up to Chorsky. Chorsky had a hard time with that one. Is in the feet, but sent right back in behind the net. Magnuson will take it off the touch. Nice job there on the transition. Drop pass, shot and a save by Hogue as it's chopped to center by Shoemaker. It'll roll all the way into the Raiders zone for an icing call.
Well, really nice efficient zone exit by the Raiders. There was a lot of space coming up that left wing. Edina got caught a little bit deep trying to make something happen, but you have to take the proper angles. Otherwise, he came in with space and really put a pretty good shot on Hogue. It was a nice save. Rebound kind of danced out a little bit, so Edina misfiring a little bit, but Cretin-Derham-Hall just seems to be doing the right things.
Good to see Jack Kiewicz back in town as he's covering some for at Hockey Clan. Check them out. He's going to be using some of our video on their site. That's awesome. Nevers, one-on-one, deflected wide of the mark, as the Raiders will just be content to chip and chase. But Reiner's nice job to pull that one out of the air with the mitt. Boltman finds his man Nevers at center under the stick. Now Jungles back in the corner. Malmquist, oh, nice backdoor pass. Went against the grain looking for Jungles, but picked off, and here they come. The Raiders across the line. Get a stick on that one. The Raiders have some speed. That's going to match the Hornets' type of game.
And they have some returning experience like Bridges. Zach Bridges, number 12.
Now they played another Section 2AA opponent in Wayzata that resulted in a 5-0 loss. So, scores! Oh, a long shot from Malmquist, redirected. You'll see that Jungles with the celly had every reason as he deflects this one in to tie it at 3.
Well, I think it caught Cretin-Derham-Hall goaltender Kochendorfer by surprise a little bit. Nice redirect. When you get Jungles in that area, he's very dangerous. Probably the most dangerous player on this Edina squad that is open for argument. But Malmquist did a nice job of getting it off the wall, putting it right in front, and Jungles all alone just redirected past Kochendorfer. And 8:04 to go. It's 3-3. Stay tuned. It might change in about 30 seconds.
Since when did high school hockey become the Premier League for Sellies?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, seriously. Was that about 8 years ago?
Yeah. They're holding. Yeah, I remember that. A couple of oh my's out of me on some of them.
Just a couple. Turned over at the line. Here comes Williams. Looked for Borst. Even strength marker now 3-all. Walsh with it. Something tells me the goal scoring isn't going to be over here anytime soon.
No.
Williams across the line. Plays that one back in behind. Colby tried to slam down on his man Chris Walsh. They'll play it to the right wing on the breakout. Turned over. Borst with a shot. Tried to push that one through the goal mouth. Nobody there. Matthew Gleason, the junior, doesn't like what he has. Regroups. Outlets to the left wing side. Vorlicki is there with the stick. Colby there with the physical play. Now it's going to be picked up and sent in by Morton wide of the mark as Kochendorfer watches his club play that from one corner to the other. Chris Walsh off a stick and onto the stick of Boltman, but that's knocked down at the line. Gleason off the toe of the stick of Altier. Reiner's played it as Borst was looking to change, I think. Stays out. Now across the line. Turned over in the neutral zone by Robbie Klein. And ahead he goes on the stick to Altier, who has one tonight. Hogue the save. He's going to hang on. The faceoff will come up to his left.
Well, Edina very aggressive on their forecheck, sending 2 men to the puck. Kind of bottled up Cretin-Derham-Hall, but a couple zone exits bringing it down. This is the first action Hogue's seen in a little while. So Edina, nice answer back to that with the Jungles goal, and then sustaining that pressure by Cretin-Derham-Hall. Offensive zone faceoff. 6:24 left in the first period. We're not at 3.
Faceoff pushed back behind the Edina net. Gunnar Johnson's there. Plays that one up to the left wing side. That hits a player on the way in, and it's going to be Hogue to cover that one up.
Well, I think Hogue is just in a situation where if he gets a chance to freeze that puck, he's going to do that. Edina with the last change. I think they're very comfortable with the Chorsky line out there, but I think Hogue just wants to get involved in the game. The play down in the Edina zone's been intermittent, and Cretin-Derham-Hall's had some success, so I'm sure Hogue wants to get back and touch the puck and get back somewhat comfortable as he can be.
Talk about being opportunistic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been really impressive. shot from the point that's offside, right at the line. See if we can get a look at that real quick.
Yeah, that was Bridges trying to drop it back to Mormon. Mormon already a goal in the season, but just couldn't catch up with that puck. Linesman in good proximity to make the proper call on that, but it just seems like Cretin-Derham-Hall is not afraid to create. They're skating to open spaces. They're moving the puck actually quite well. They have Edina chasing the play, which is something we have not seen much this year.
Got a good one here from Braemar Arena, 3-all. 5:47 to go in the first. Up to the line, Bishop loads it up. That hit Jungles right in the back of the leg. How you doing? Now Bishop, another quick wrister, glove save, and a beauty.
Well, they're working it to Bishop. He scored during the holiday tournament, gave him a little energy. Not shy about taking the shot. The thing that I like about the way Drew Bishop goes about his business, didn't take the big clapper, just put a good shot on goal, good low tippable shot, challenged the goaltender Kachendorfer, but he held out of that. Now face off to his left. 5:36 left in this first period.
Looked it right in. Malmquist, that's pulled away and sent out by the Raiders as it's going to be Williams. Quick pass to Nevers. Picked off at the line by Mike Walsh as it's through center. Vorlicki over for Williams. Williams again to center. Nice tip there. Jungles finds Nevers, who dances around his man. He's going to go for a skate in front. Malmquist. Oh, a big save. Kachendorfer. Puck's loose. Nothing happening there.
Wow, it was a really nice exit by Edina, and it put on Nevers' stick. He went for the big skate, put it back around, and it was Malmquist on the redirect, but Kachendorfer did a nice job of taking away the high percentage shots, but there was a follow-up opportunity. Things got a little squirrely for the Raiders, but they survived that battle. Just a face-off in the zone, and Coach Matt Funk is changing some lines, getting some fresh legs out there, but kind of a trying moment for Cretin, and they survived.
Nevers went into father-like-son mode. He went into salesman mode as he tried to sell the goal there. Of course, Tommy, the big Edina realtor here in the city of Edina.
Absolutely, very persuasive
runs for
individual.
Mayor. He pretty much is the man there.
Probably uncontested, unless you ran against him, P. Wagner. It's a compliment to both of you guys.
Is there enough room for the personalities in one room?
I think that we can make it work. All for the good of the community, right?
Yeah. Back out of the corner now. It's going to be the Raiders, the center. Reiners plays that one rink wide, and that's a delayed offside. They touch up. They said it was good. Ooh, the Raiders bench incensed, and rightfully so. Borst with it behind the net.
Got to play on.
Well, it should have been whistled down, but yeah, I think. Now it's going to be Reiners. Boltman deflects. Oh. That one, ooh, nearly found its way. Colby with 4:33 to go in the period up to the line. Stopped by the Raiders. They're going to transition to center. Too far. As this one goes right back into the Edina zone. Boltman with it. He's watched on the play by Davison. And now it's going to be Reiners back behind the net. Boltman winds it up. Jake Boltman through center ice now. He's pickpocketed on the play by Klein, but gets it back in deep behind the net. Weigman is there momentarily. Boltman again all over the place here on this shift. 4 to go in the first.
Oh.
Penalty coming up. That one's going to be called.
no doubt about that one.
Kavanaugh. 2 minutes for tripping.
Yeah, both of the referees' arms went up simultaneously, so no real doubt about that. As you said, it's going to be Cole Kavanaugh, the junior forward for the Edina Hornets. Going to go to the box for 2. 3:50 left in this first period. We're not at a 3. Raiders on the power play, 20.7 so far, 6-29 to date. Edina's penalty kill, a very stingy 92.9, succeeded in 26 of 28 penalty kills, so very formidable. Great opportunity for Cretin.
They do have the power play. We'll watch it work as Bart laid out the numbers for you. Nick Davison now back behind the net. Vorlicki. They want the loose puck. Who wants it? Anybody? Cretin gets it back. Gleason up to the line he goes for Magnuson. Magnuson gets a stick. Now Nevers is going to pick him up. It's top of the umbrella. That hits a man on the way in. They get it back. That hits a Hornet player. Looking to try to make a play was Bridges. And now it's going to be Gleason. Over for Magnuson. To the right side for Malash. Play catch with this one. That's off Nevers' stick. 1:10 to go in the man advantage. They tried to find this one deep. They come away with it. Nice job to handle that one by Bridges. Walking to the net, Gleason's shot blocked by Vorlicki, the big frame on the blue line.
Boy, that was a nice block. Gleason's got some soft hands. That's a big play for Edina.
Jungles positioned himself for the turnover, and then it's on the stick of Williams and down the length of the ice. Transition time. Across the line is Meloche to the corner. Watched by Boltman as they'll jam up on the boards. Nice little collision there. All the way around to the right wing side and back up through center ice it goes. 2:20 to go in the first. 30 to go in the man advantage.
Perfect.
Good to see Matt Harrington on board with us.
Matty Ice.
He, of course, a graduate of this very Cretin-Derham-Hall school. Big part of the MNHockey.tv. Off the glass, that one gets away from the stick of Theleman. And ahead it goes now to Mormon. He's watched by the Hornets. Gets away from the forecheck there. They're now at full strength. To the bench goes Kavanaugh. And now on steps Shoemaker. Oh, look out. That hits Hogue up high. Kind of fighting it a little bit here tonight.
A little bit, but he made the save. That's the important part.
Williams looks to cycle back in behind. Vorlicki's got 1 foot hanging over on the bench. Looks like he wants to jump on and be the 6th attacker. In front. Oh, what a save by Hogue. He wasn't fighting that one. In front, that's off the big foot of Chorsky to the corner. Went soccer. Chipped up into the bench area, the length of the ice, and icing will be the call.
Well, we have 1 minute and 1 second left in this first period. I'd venture to say, Pete, push comes to shove. Cretin-Derham-Hall's been the better team in this period. They really have executed quite well. They're working the puck to open areas. They're moving the puck through traffic. They're putting pressure on Loudon Hogue, the goaltender for the Edina Hornets. The play's been down. Obviously, the power play does help, but the play's been down in the Edina zone. They're chasing Cretin-Derham-Hall, but they're sustaining possession and getting good energy and getting the puck into the areas. Edina's doing a pretty good job of hanging on when the wheels are wobbling.
Off the side of the net, 1 minute remains in the first period as Bridges is jammed on the play. He'll walk the corner with it. Bridges now to the line. That's off the stick of Magnuson to center ice. Gleason off the stick of Borst, and now it's going to be through the Edina line and picked up by Vorlicki as he protects now with 30 to go in the first. Wrister pad save. The big pinball flipper throws it all the way out to neutral.
That's a big rebound. Nice clear by the goaltender.
Off the stick of Colby, tries to chase it to the corner. So it saw Edina score within the first seconds of this game, and then a 2-1 and a 3-2 lead for Cretin-Derham-Hall. Looks like we're going to take this one into the intermission tied at 3 goals apiece. It's settled down from the goal scoring category, but you feel like it could break open at any time. I spoke too soon. And on goal right at the buzzer. And it's Hogue to hang on.
Well, you're right, Pete. It did settle down as it stands, but I think the second period is going to be pretty wide open. More of a continuation of the first part of the first period, but it promises to be exciting. We're going out at a 3, about 12 minutes away, 15 minutes away from the second period. It's going to be a track meet. It's going to be fun. Don't go away.
So far, so good. We'll have more action coming up for you here in a matter of minutes. But first, we're going to take a listen from a couple of our sponsors. We'll first check in with the exercise coach in Eden Prairie, and then we're going to follow up with Robert Thomas Holmes from the Tradition Company's family of businesses. Score reads 3-3. We'll be back with more from Braemar Arena right after this.
Felt like you didn't have time to work out? Do you have a hard time believing you could really get in shape, lose weight, or stick with exercise? As a busy person, does it all just sound too complicated? We've worked with thousands of people who've had those same concerns. People who have a real desire to take care of their bodies, but have trouble moving from intentions to real results. Based on 20 years of development and cutting-edge science, we have created a breakthrough and totally data-driven exercise program that can fit into anyone's schedule. It's all about quality over quantity. In just 20 minutes twice a week with one of our certified coaches, you can finally enjoy strength and experience success. Most traditional workouts fail to deliver the results people desire because they aren't designed with individuals in mind. Our Smart 20 workout measures your unique makeup, and our trainers are there to make sure you get a workout that's designed perfectly for you. Never before has there been a combination of strength and conditioning put together in such a safe and efficient manner that's totally accessible to everyone regardless of their current fitness level. Thousands of people have seen the results and shared their stories, but don't just take our word for it. Don't take the word of our thousands of success stories. Come in and try it for yourself. We believe so passionately in how we can help you that we are offering you the chance to get a free trial of our Smart 20 training sessions with one of our knowledgeable coaches. There is absolutely no commitment on your end. Plus, we'll answer all of your questions about how to meet your health, weight loss, and fitness objectives. What have you got to lose? Come in for your free personal Smart 20 sessions. Register for your free sessions by signing up at exercisecoach.com.
Griffith, the Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Robert Thomas Homes. Carol, thanks for joining us between periods here today.
Yes, thank you very much.
So let's start from the very beginning. You know, we've all heard of Robert Thomas Homes, but really, who is Robert Thomas Homes?
Well, Robert Thomas Homes is a locally owned semi-custom home builder. We're based in Lakeville and as a part of the Tradition Corporation. We build homes from the $400,000 to up to $1 million in communities throughout the Twin City metro area. Many of our communities that we're building in right now, Spirit of Branch and Farm in Lakeville, the Harvest in Chaska, Village Preserve Lake Elmo, St. Michael, Creekside Hills in Plymouth, and 21 Oaks in Woodbury.
Well, our viewers can obviously see the incredible drone footage of your Lakeville properties that Robert Thomas Homes have put together. That is an absolute gorgeous. That's got to be a crown jewel of some of the things you've done.
Yes, I expect that this is the Spirit of Branch and Farm, and Spirit of Branch and Farm is a very, very special community. We've been the top-selling community in the Twin Cities for the past 3 years. And there's a wide variety of architectural designs and homes that we offer in addition to miles of parks, a phenomenal community center, and pools. There's just so many great things that neighborhood has to offer.
So let's talk about your target market then. Who do you find is your typical target market for your homes?
We really build in, I'd say, 4 varied collections is what we offer. One collection that's been very popular right now is our cottage or villa collection. It's a single level of association maintained design, and they have a tendency to appeal to that empty nester. Those homes are priced probably from the $400 to about $450 or $550. We build those in Lakeville, as well as we'll have Enclave in Plymouth opening very soon. Another collection that's been popular is our cottage or village collection, which is 2 stories, 1,900 to 3,000 square feet. They seem to be appealing to that first-time buyer. They're priced in the 3s to 5s. We have 2 more, a heritage collection, which is a 2-story, more of a move-up product line, ranging again from 2,600 to 3,400 square feet, and those are priced in the 400 to upper 5s. We offer that product line basically throughout the Twin Cities. And then the Tradition collection is our larger semi-custom homes that range from anywhere from 2,800 to 6,000 square feet. You'll find features like indoor sport courts, really deluxe baths, bonus rooms, some really nice features. And those homes start in the 500s and build over $1 million.
So the building industry had a big awards gala last month, and you came home with quite a few trophies. It was a successful run. Can you talk on that a little bit?
Sure. It was a record for us.
Wow.
And, from what we understand at the Builders Association of the Twin Cities, the Builders Association of the Twin Cities offers the Reggie Award, which is similar to maybe the movie Oscars. And Robert Thomas was fortunate to win 6 Reggie Awards out of 16 categories. So that was quite a big night for us and a lot of fun.
And then finally, what advice would you give to people who are looking to build a home right now?
Right now, it's an outstanding time to buy. Interest rates are incredibly low. And I think people are surprised when they find out how affordable homes can be. First, I usually tell people, do your research online. Do some research so you can find out what builders are in the areas that you're searching for. Get pre-qualified. We at Robert Thomas work with Tradition Mortgage. Tradition Mortgage offers a really great program for our customers and makes it very seamless. Then definitely visit the builders' communities and model homes. One thing Robert Thomas puts a huge focus on is not just the house. We take a lot of great pride in the homes that we build, but our huge emphasis is on designing communities that are focused on bringing the neighborhood together. So you'll see community centers and exercise rooms, party rooms, green spaces, parks, just really hockey rinks. You'll see all these really great spaces for people to spend time.
Sounds. Sorry about that. Keep going.
Oh, no, that's okay. I was going to say, and understand what the builder will include, what's included, and you want to make sure that many of those features are sustainable, that they'll last. Work with a company you trust, ask for references, and then enjoy the process. So make sure that you enjoy it.
Can I ask you a quick question on the sustainable comment you made? How do you know what is sustainable or not as far as something? Wow. That was the greatest between-period chatter we've ever had. Thanks for the battery, Chad Eichens.
He had
got us the ice mic all tuned up and ready to go.
Yeah, he had somebody deliver it for him. That's what a big cheese he is.
Look at Jerry Burrow.
He took care of us.
Jerry Burrow's trying to figure out how the hell that thing works.
Well, if he just get his picture squared up properly, eventually we'd be in good shape. We're off and running on
Jerry,
period 2.
Do you know how to run that thing? Yeah, he just said what?
Yeah. On-air production meeting.
It's good to see you here. His excuse is that he's old. Boy, this was absolutely chaos up here in the booth. I mean, that's
why I love coming to Braemar
I think
Arena.
we had about 20 conversations going on at once.
What do you got, a mouse in your pocket or what? You were involved in them. I was a French
right
player. I was in there, mucking it up a little bit.
Nevers plays that one over. We saw Mikey Garvin.
It's good to see him.
I think his claim to fame was he was on that 93 edition with Rick Enrico that got absolutely bent by Jefferson.
Oh.
Backdoor scores! 4-3, Hornets out of the box.
Well, now it's Malmquist again. Yeah, that's his second goal of the game, 5th of the season so far, but it doesn't take long. Edina came out with some good energy, really established some play, and got it down deep, and it was Malmquist weak side. They feathered the puck to him, just a nice redirect behind Kochendorfer. Now Edina's got a 4-3 advantage early. We're just 42 seconds into this, so I'm looking for Cretin-Derham-Hall to answer within about a minute.
Kochendorfer straight to the frying pan here at Braemar Arena. 13 shots apiece in the first period. Oh, what a save by Kochendorfer. Gathered in by Chorsky, wanted to finish. Instead, that was held on to.
Yeah, it was a good save. Shoemaker took the first attempt, and then it was Chorsky on the follow-up. It was a really good save on the first one, and more of a positional save on the second one. But Edina gets some good looks early in the second period. Cretin-Derham-Hall's got to do a better job of defending that and picking up those loose pucks in their zone.
Williams from Delaney walks. Oh, there he is. Kavanaugh shot. Nice save by Kochendorfer. Through the left pad. Delaney now in the corner. Theleman was there to win the battle and possession to the right wing on the breakout. Nice job there. Klein. Ahead he goes to Milosh. Or do we go Malash? I go Malash just because of Gilly. Number 27.
Yeah, it's all out of respect. I'm probably the worst offender as far as mispronouncing names because I can give a variable in the same sentence with the same name, but we will go with Milosh. That sounds nice. But Grayson Milosh, senior forward, 5 goals, 4 assists. 9 points coming into this game, so he's obviously a focus for this Raider team on the offensive side. I really like the way that the Raider team, other than that brief moment early in this period, has played defense. They played very sound. They played very good position. Very well coached.
Up high to the line. Morton was there. Big check off the boards. That one too far. To the corner it goes. We have the Catholic Cup tomorrow at the Trier Rink.
I'm looking forward to that.
Blaine and Eden Prairie. No Red Night game tomorrow night, Bart Archer.
Oh.
Or tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
That we're doing. I know, that hit the ceiling. Jerry Burrow looked right. We're playing volleyball. It's in play. It did. It clearly hit the ceiling and bounced down. I thought I was hearing things or seeing things, but I guess that's not true. The old man called it out.
Well, it didn't rip the duct tape at all either, so they're fine.
They have new materials up there.
It was a bad joke.
Bourse jammed. If you were with us in 1989 or 89 when Chris Garvin was patrolling the wing, you'd know exactly what we were saying. Kyle Humphrey. My goodness.
It looked like a quilt.
Now it's Kavanaugh. Rugemer tried to play that one. Advance it. Clemenson. Sent through everyone. The length of the ice it goes and icing the play.
Boy, that was a nice stick by Davison on that for the Raiders. A little bit of pressure from the backside. Lifted the stick, took the puck off, and really limited forward Edina push on that one. Face-off is going to be in the Cretin-Derham-Hall zone to Kochendorfer's left. 14-20 left in the second period. Edina has a 1-goal advantage.
Clean win by Nevers. Shot wide of the mark by Reiners. Nevers will gather it in off the boards, but he had to hurry. He saw Mormon, but still won the battle and has it. Gets away from Malmquist. Theleman was there, jammed on the play by Malmquist, but nice job by the defenseman to stay on the puck and get it out of the zone.
Great escape.
Gleason takes over. Theleman up in the rush. A young defenseman at home, very Ryan McDonough-like. Now to the corner it goes. Davison is there.
I like that.
And they'll handle it. We're, of course, talking about the Tampa Bay Lightning. veteran, former captain of the Rangers. Snapper Boltman, that's blocked by who else but Theleman, and the length of the ice it goes.
Well, that was Altier that just wanted to relieve some pressure. I think that the Cretin-Derham-Hall Raiders squad was on the ice a little longer than they wanted to be, so not a bad reset. Just go ahead and get the whistle. Now they have to win this draw, or it's very important that they win this draw. It's going to be Chorsky in the face-off dot, and it looks like he's going to go against Bridges, Zach Bridges, senior forward.
Chorsky try to muscle and will his way toward the goal mouth. Watch this. He just went through a sea of sticks.
Yeah, it sounded like
just all over him.
Sounded like a sword fight for a little bit.
Did.
But he kept pushing the puck toward the net, but it was Kochendorfer that made the responsible play, covered it, another face-off.
Fencing is still a club sport in the State High School League. Off the side of the mark. At least from what I know. I don't know. Maybe it isn't. Ooh, it was Kavanaugh who tried to take a shot there with the stick out of the air, poke it out of the air. Instead, it's to center. Williams looks ahead. He's taking a plotting approach to this period. Kavanaugh's going to crash hard on the defense. That's Walsh. Turned away from traffic and off Malash's stick and sent right back into Cretin-Derham-Hall territory. Magnuson with it.
Oh, that was a
He's
hook.
hounded by Morton. They let it go. Borst with it. Letting them play tonight.
Yep.
No problem here.
No.
Love it. Let the teams decide it. Borst tries to walk along the line. Position. Oh, in front it goes. That was a Colby bid that was turned aside by Kochendorfer. Now Borst. Colby protects. Slot shot. That one misses the mark by Morton. Gathered in now out of the right corner. Sent back around to the right wing for Colby, back behind, or left wing rather. And now it's going to be Cretin-Derham-Hall as they'll race up with Bridges. Lash comes away with it. At center, it's Klein. Rings that back in behind the net. Hoppy was checked. Now the Hornets, Reiner's right wing. Ooh, big check there. Right in front of the student section. How's she going? Reiner's across center. Looks to the right wing side. Doesn't have much to create, so he plays that back in behind the net. Now they come on the play. Clemenson with the body. Ooh, down goes a player. That's going to be the second infraction on Kavanaugh. As to the net goes Kochendorfer as the Hornets forecheck, but they have the sixth attacker, Kochendorfer, on the bench. Gleason holds it. Slot shot, a big save, rebound. Oh, and what a save there. As it was Hogue that makes the first save, then sprawls to his right and finishes the deal, keeping it out of the net. But it'll be a power play coming up for the Raiders.
Yeah, great opportunity for the Raiders, as you said. Pete Cole Kavanaugh going to take a second penalty for trip. Gleason did a nice job of finding some space, changing the angle, went between the hash marks, put a good shot on goal. It was Hogue that made the save. The puck trickled to the right side. He was a little bit vulnerable, but put his body in front of that one. Really big save, picks up his Edina team, but Cretin-Derham-Hall on the power play. Great opportunity for him.
Rink wide. Davison finds his man across the line with Gleason. Gleason will walk down, puts on the brakes, and it's open and sent down the length of the ice.
Oh, it just rolled on him a little bit. He wants that one back, but a nice clear by Edina. But Cretin-Derham-Hall looks very comfortable and very poised getting set up in the Edina zone, so Edina, a bit of fortune on that one.
Stopped at the line. Gleason slides over and controls a talented player. We've been watching him since he was a freshman. Well, it's like a jungle gym here in the press box, Bart Archer. They're like crawling all over the place. Jersey night here any night.
Absolutely.
You got Jersey night. Do you think any one kid is watching the game?
Well, I'd like to think so, but likely probably not. But it's nice to have the kids here. It brings a nice
classic.
vibe.
Penalty coming up now on the Raiders. Hogue to the bench. Malmquist back in behind. Hornets now look to extend on that 4-3 lead.
Well, Nick Davidson just took matters into his own hand. Malmquist trying to dance in the corner, keep possession until he got some support. But really some good work by Nick Davidson just to get that whistle. Now we're going to be 4-on-4 for at least 53 seconds, so there's a lot of open space out there. In most cases, Edina has an advantage, but the speed that I've seen in this Cretin Cretin-Derham-Hall squad. They might be able to match the Edina Hornets, but very important face-off for both teams. 10:19 left in the second period. Edina holding on to a 1-goal lead.
So 4-on-4 for 50, as Bart mentioned. Shot, off the glove of Kochendorfer. Bridges goes for hooking. 4-on-4 for 30 seconds. 9:55 to go in the period. Hornets outlet to Vorlicki across the line. Looking forward to that Blaine EP game we're going to have for you tomorrow at 3 o'clock from the community center. Up and out of play it goes. Matt Harrington will be on the call. Father Greg, former Moose announcer, joining us for another broadcast. So
awesome.
Greg Harrington getting it done.
Well, it's good to see Blaine back on the landscape as far as being a relevant and competitive team. Eden Prairie, as we witnessed last night, for those who joined us, had a pretty good showing as well. So Eden Prairie trending in the right direction. That promises to be a great affair, and having the Harringtons on the mic, very intriguing.
Always fun, of course. The very smiley and happy Matt Harrington. That presents and works really well. You and I, Bart, will be on the call for the Academy of Holy Angels, Providence Academy, for the first ever Catholic Cup.
I like that. Plus, I'm very curious about the Tria rink as well, so it'll be a
you've never been there?
No, I have not.
Got the big window. You're going to love it. It's must-see for everybody. Oh, nice feed. Delaney to Chorsky. Back to Delaney. That one behind him.
Boy, that was a good idea, though.
Oh, indeed it was. Spot on there. Power play now for 47 more. Nevers Jungles are going to swing. It's going to be ahead to Malmquist. That from Vorlicki. Now Jungles to the corner. Puts on the brakes. It's going to be Jungles walking up high to Nevers. Vorlicki. Down low it goes. Malmquist off his stick. Malmquist protects and plays that one up the wing to Jungles. Now Vorlicki. One-timer. Misses the mark. There's Jungles to gather it in. Touch pass from Vorlicki to Jungles. Vorlicki again. Malmquist is going to walk. Oh, nice stick there to knock that out by Malash, but right on the stick of the opportunistic Mike Vorlicki. Mormon with the body off the corner, full strength now. Bridges steps on the ice, and icing will be the call, but really good play back in behind the net by Mormon. Ryan Mormon, the senior's had himself a pretty nice game back there.
No, indeed he has, and he's a couple goals on the season, so not only can he defend quite well, but he can get involved in the offense as well. But a really good penalty kill by Cretin-Derham-Hall. Edina had possession for most of the brief man advantage, but kept it on the periphery. Only one good shot that just went wide was really the only good look that Edina had on that power play. So nice job by Cretin-Derham-Hall to kill that one off. Kind of a lazy shot from the point. Kochendorfer had no troubles with that one. A lot of play down in the Cretin-Derham-Hall zone. Only one goal given up so far, and that was early in this period. But Edina seems to kind of get back to their ways. The puck's not rolling on them. They're making their passes, so it looks like Edina's starting to find their groove.
Back in behind the net. Walking the zone is Theleman. They'll hand it to the right wing side. They look for Gleason, but there's Chorsky, the big frame on him. He stays with him on the
got
body.
The stick up.
And there it is. You're right, Bart Archer.
Well, and I don't think he consciously did it. I think he was going down trying to corral Gleason. Not an easy thing to do, but his body was on the wrong side, and he started to go down, and the stick came up. You have to be responsible for your stick, but you have to feel kind of bad for Brett Chorsky.
Wow, when the guy comes up to your waist, there's not much you can do, right?
Right. But now Edina's got to pick up their teammates. 7:48 left in this second period. Now Cretin-Derham-Hall on the power play, and they got some guns that can fire the puck, so they're going to get a great opportunity to tie this score.
Midway through the hockey game. It's anybody's game at this stage. Guided into the corner.
Okay.
Hornets will ring the boards, and it is to the line, but nice hustle play there by the defense. On that play, that was Davison. Now another number 9, Colby, comes in, and they're going to tie it up and blow that one down.
Well, and I've said it before, Edina hasn't really been too successful on the shorthanded goals. I think Jungles, or actually Delaney's got the only shorty, but Cretin-Derham-Hall's still going to have to pay particular attention to defense. Being a man up against this Edina Hornet team, they can turn the play up in a hurry, and they certainly have some finishers on their penalty kill, and I'm talking like Malmquist and Jungles, boy, those are two pretty formidable duo. So Cretin-Derham-Hall's on the power play, but they still have to play defense.
Out of the corner now for Magnuson. Bridges. Gleason now. Back on the stick for Davison across the line. Now Gleason supports to the corner, puts on the brakes. Quick stop there. Rink wide, that's off the stick of Davison. And back in behind the net, he's going to be watched, and he gets a little bit of support from Bridges. Nice work there. High it goes. That was Malash finding Magnuson. Down to the right corner. Oh, look at the movement. That's a good setup right there. Whoa, watch this. This is good stuff.
Well, I think that was Bridges that took that shot, went off the Hopkins banner. But really good work. I was very impressed with the play from Gleason. Fired it over to Nick Davison. He had it wide open. He had the goaltender vulnerable, but the puck just hopped over his stick. A great opportunity lost. But 57 seconds left in the penalty to Chorski. But Cretin-Derham-Hall's good zone time so far. Just
they got the Edina box completely broken down and running right there, Bart. They did a nice job with kind of a drag move. They had a guy open on the back door. If they just would have slipped it through to him, he had an open look at the net. Easy to see on the replay, but you can see an exact breakdown of what they were trying to do. You talked about the power play numbers of Cretin-Derham-Hall coming into this one, and no question you can see why. They've got a clue away from the puck, especially on the power play.
Well, sometimes it's more important, well, not more important, but it's as important what you do without the puck as you do with the puck. If you're in the proper position, you give your players options.
Through the slot area, off the boards, up to the line. Now Magnuson. Gleason shots blocked. That was up high there by Nevers, and a penalty was in front of the Edina net area. It's going to be on Cretin-Derham-Hall. You'll see this right here.
Well, I think it's Zach Bridges. He's going to go. But that'll balance it out.
Isn't the D-man supposed to do that? Let me ask you something. If the D-man does that, how come it's not called?
I don't have an answer for that one. Yeah, 15.
I think it should be called regardless, I love the call.
I don't disagree, but 15 seconds left on the penalty to Chorski. It's going to come all the way down into the Raider zone. Then Edina power play.
Offensive zone infraction on the power play.
All the way down.
Going to give a coach hives.
Yep.
Off the hand of Vorlicki and into the bench area.
Well, faceoffs should indeed come outside the zone. Just 8 seconds left in the penalty. 5:55 left in the second period. It's been a good one. I thought it'd be a little bit more open, but things have kind of settled, as you said, more of a continuation of the later part of that first period.
I mean, something as squirrely as that thing. I mean, goodness. Edina is now up one man with 1:40 of power play time and 5:40 of period time. The 4-3 lead is theirs. Played down by Delaney. Gives back up to Vorlicki. Now it's going to be Williams' shot that worked its way through and in on goal.
Well, I think Williams was looking for Chorski in the hash marks, but it was well covered by the Cretin-Derham-Hall team, so he put a manageable shot on goal for Kochendorfer. He made that save look pretty easy. Just 1:21 left in the penalty to Zach Bridges, senior forward for Cretin-Derham-Hall.
I like about Kochendorfer there, Bart, is he got real big, and there were really no corners to go for at all. He stayed square to the puck and came up and made a really nice save.
Well, he came out and challenged, too. He was outside the blue. Really takes the openings away, so not much to shoot at, but a shot on goal, I think, in this situation is not a bad deal, even if it is an easy save for the goaltender. Gives a chance to get some fresh legs out there.
Vorlicki ahead to Malmquist. That was knocked away from him by Gleason. Thrown up the boards by Davison. Nothing there. Check that was Mormon that made that play. Now it's Jungles. Touched back over to him from Vorlicki corner. Malmquist wanted to find backdoor to Nevers. Instead it trickles back to the corner. Nevers is positioned out of there. Nice play and sent back up by Gleason, but not out. Malmquist for Vorlicki. Oh, nice little move there. Keeps his man Hoppy honest. There's a shot. Oh! Scores! The initial save made, and then the puck trickles into the back behind Kochendorfer for the Edina 5-3 lead.
Well, and for Nevers, that's his second goal of the game, 6th of the season, but you can tell he was chomping at the bit because he's on the weak side waiting for that puck to come over. It was Jungles who got it to Vorlicki. Vorlicki over to Nevers and a good one-time shot. Couchador made the initial save, but the torque behind the puck actually brought it over the goal line, so he done it. Now with a 2-goal advantage, 4:36 left in the second period, we're back to 5-on-5. Cretin-Derham-Hall, next goal is very, very important for the Raiders.
Nevers went into selly mode maybe a little early there.
Well, and Edina with 3 straight goals now. Cretin-Derham-Hall's got to get back into the offensive zone and get some pressure on Hogan.
Good to see Peter Fitzgerald, the former Hornet great, is in the house.
Yes.
Came over and said hello. Couchador for the save. And here come the Raiders out of the zone with Klein. Not a lot of real estate there as he had a man, Colby, all over him. Bishop plays the body to the corner. Colby now another check. 2-on-2, 2-on-1 now as now there's another Hornet that comes in there. That's Johnson to help out. Jam to the near boards. And the Hornets bottled up in their own zone a bit. Good forecheck put in here by Cretin-Derham-Hall. That one goes through the slot area. And here they come. Colby with some real estate. Look out, he's in on goal. Ooh, he buzzed that one wide of the mark.
Boy, that didn't miss by much.
Bishop tried to keep that, and it gets underneath him, and back into the Edina zone it goes. Johnson was there, checked on the play. Bishop will take over back behind his own net. Nice little breakout there, but cut off by Gleason. Nice read by the Raider forward. Ooh, here they come with energy toward the goal mouth area. That misses the mark. 3:08 to go in the period, and turning it back up ice. Oh, Colby's just absolutely developed. Wanted the call. Not going to get it.
And that was Gleason that actually made that check.
Uh-oh, watch out, watch out. There you go. First thing you'll do. You know, you don't. You think the ref's not looking at you?
Right.
Watch this.
You called that one.
Well, you just isolate on the guy. There's number 9. He got lit up, and so he's going to go take matters into his own hands, and boom.
Well, that's a bit of an irresponsible penalty. Obviously, it's emotions are running a little bit high in this game. It's a very intense game, but Colby goes to the box for the Edina Hornets, and now another great opportunity. I really like what Cretin-Derham-Hall did on their power play previous. Now it's time to take to the next level and finish a play. 2:51 left in the period. Again, another opportunity for this Durham-Hall Raiders.
Now he's fortunate that was off the side of the boards because he could have taken him into that board from a board cross check or a check from behind. That could have been pretty ugly. Fortunately, he held up a little bit there. Gleason now on the power play with 2:23 to go. Magnuson. Gleason misses the mark. Now it's going to be Davison with it. They'll tuck this one back in behind. Reiners will ring the boards. And the puck will roll its way back into the center ice area. Now it's Mormon, turns away from the Edina checker. Back into the corner they go with Bridges. He'll carry it all the way behind to the slot. Ooh, turning and shooting. Ooh, they had a man open on the back door. Just missed the mark, and off the boards it goes. Bridges again. Looks to play this one up to the line. Instead, it's going to be Nevers with it. Mason Nevers, look out. He's been known to walk around a team or two on one shift. Bridges now back in behind. Magnuson slings that one up high in the air. And now it's played out of the zone by Williams. And they have 25 to go in the power play and 1:14 to go in the period. Walsh with it. Another number 11 works the turnbuckle on him. Georgiano will steal style. That was Morton. Oh, man, remember that?
Yeah.
He used to eat it.
Every turnbuckle was on notice.
I don't know how much they spent on turnbuckles in the WWF.
On the
at the
foam,
time,
too.
now eat. Back in behind the net. They kill off the Colby penalty. Now it's going to be Jungles waiting as the extra attacker. That's Chorsky, slides off the bench. Nice feed. Took Williams by surprise. Now Delaney back in behind the net. Cycles to the corner for Chorsky. Chorsky stays on it. Look to the corner to Delaney. Instead, it's going to be poked off his stick by Mormon as he tried to go to the net. Theleman with it with 25 to go in the period. Mormon up ice from the left wing side. He tries to go inside out. He's going to be stopped by Vorlicki. Williams was there. Now Delaney works it off the breakout. He'll hit the glass and play it to center. Oh, Chorsky, nifty stick there. He gets it to Kavanaugh. Chorsky, there goes Delaney to the net. Chorsky wants to go all the way in, and that's stopped there by Kochendorfer.
Boy, really nice play by Chorsky. He's very deft with the puck and very smooth about that. Just a lot of misdirection. He's got that big wingspan, too, and that's not easy to control his stick, but he does a couple nice subtle moves, puts it into the scoring area. Got in a little closer than I think he wanted, but Kochendorfer made himself big, held onto that puck, but really good forward push by the Edina Hornets. Just 5.3 seconds. Very important face-up for both teams.
At the buzzer, that shot taken by Reiners as that one does not get through. Hornets, though, with 2 in this period, Barton take the 5-3 lead.
Yeah, it was Malmquist that gave Edina the advantage. Then it was Nevers that put the advantage at 2, and I misspoke. I thought it was Jungles on that second assist, but it was Nevers from Vorlicki and Malmquist, 12:24 of that second period on the power play.
Good to see Scott Johnson, Steve Brown, the godfathers of Edina hockey are here. I mean, we're both of you presidents? Yeah, we're on right now. We got an audience of millions. Were you both presidents? Both? Were you president, Johns? Oh, he did the coaches. He fed the coaching system. Two-termer. He was a two-termer. Re-elected. Wow, look at that, the incumbent. Good to see you. Take care. Well, sorry.
You got to run for mayor. I'm sorry.
So good.
I think he'd go uncontested, but I think Edina kind of got back to their form. They put pressure on Cretin-Derham-Hall, and Cretin-Derham-Hall wasn't out of that period in any way, shape, or form. Edina just finished a couple plays, one on the benefit of the power play, but a pretty well played period. Edina up by 2. Cretin-Derham-Hall's got some work to do.
We'll see what happens. Second period was really kind of tilted toward the Cretin-Derham-Hall and Bard, and we'll see if they have an answer for that. They need to get Edina a little bit more loosey-goosey in their defensive zone and play behind them like they were in the first period. We'll see if that takes its toll here, as we'll take a timeout and we're going to hear from one of our sponsors, Tradition Companies. You can check them out at traditionco.com. Periods on our Minnesota high school hockey coverage, and are pleased to be joined by Tradition Capital Bank's Scott Boyning. Scott's the market president for Tradition Capital Bank, and Scott, you got quite the thing going on here. Can you kind of give us an overview on Tradition Capital Bank? What is it? How many employees, future offices, or what you have for offices and future growth?
Sure. Thanks, Pete. Thanks for the opportunity. Tradition Capital Bank was a de novo bank in July of 2005. Today, 13 years later, we're about $700 million in assets, so a nice-sized bank. Main locations in Edina, Minnesota. We have a full-service bank in North Oaks, and possibly going to the West Metro in 2019.
Oh, really? Can you give us any nibbles of what you're thinking? Or
just growing the franchise. We've got a lot of clients and referral partners out in that area, so that we will be able to service the entire Twin Cities metro.
Boy, that's fantastic. So you'll have all angles covered there. From your bank, I personally bank with you.
Thank you.
And I love it. It's very efficient, very impressive. The staff is great, and all of the services are fantastic for me from a business perspective. Can you tell us a little bit about what makes your bank unique?
Yeah, we really focus on the relationship banking model, which is really getting to know our clients. So we're more positioned as a private bank, which means a lot of different things to different people, but really what we're focused on is larger relationships, less customers, more service. Kind of the old school way of doing banking. We sit down, meet with an individual, talk about themselves and their business and how we can help them. If it's over a cup of coffee or if it's at the bank or at their business, it's the face-to-face handshake type relationships we have. That I think in this day and age in banking kind of sets you apart with some of the big guys. The big
out-of-the-box chain type banks we've seen. But the other thing is how much has that, do you think, contributed to your future growth out to the West, and also your $750 million in assets, that type of strategy? How much has that played into it?
It's a very important part of our strategy. We're 99% referral based, so great clients like you telling other people that's the best way for us to grow. We've been organic growth from day one, hiring good people and taking care of our clients, and that's how we continue to kind of see our growth going forward.
Now, we know the economy has been soaring and the stock markets have been incredible, and it's been, for a lot of people, a good year. How has the year been for Tradition Capital Bank?
It's been another strong year. We've had organically about $100 million of growth year over year for the last 4 years. And a lot of that is attributed to the overall economy in the Twin Cities and Minnesota market and the real estate market. Obviously, lately, rates have gone up a little bit, but we still feel there's a lot of strong growth in the new housing, new construction area going into next year. But we also, we're getting larger as a bank, we're getting more diversified. So seeing businesses grow, need for capital, and with rates going up, we're also paying a little bit more on deposit rates, which correspondingly kind of can help or hurt your margin depending on how you're doing.
In terms of, we kind of touched on a little bit about word of mouth and your relationships and those kinds of things, but what is one of the things that you do to, beyond that, to compete with the larger big name banks that you see the signs everywhere?
Yeah, for us, it's try to make banking simple and quick turnaround. We're locally owned and operated, so we make decisions here locally really quickly. Term sheets usually within 24 hours for a loan. Deposit accounts we can set up very efficiently, very fast. Technology is a game changer. I think that's the great equalizer in banking going forward. So we continue to invest in technology to help make it easier for our clients and their businesses to do business with us.
Now, we do know that technology is part of everything, and there are some tools out there that people employ in every aspect of business. What have you done on the banking side of things to utilize that?
For us, it continues to be, I think, paramount is the security side, and we continue to make investments in security. You're seeing a lot of fraud, cybersecurity, things like that in the news. And then mobile apps, continuing to make our mobile app the best we can to make it easy, taking a picture of your check to make a deposit so you don't have to come in, moving money. We're also researching additional ways for people to be able to move money easier.
Yeah.
You've heard of Zelle and different things like that. I think you're going to continue to see that. Fintech's a big word these days, but more innovations in technology will help banks like us compete with the bigger banks. Because if you can combine the relationship plus the technology, that's really tough to beat, I think. So, kind of be a fast follower, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? You don't need to invent the wheel, you just need to modify it.
Exactly. And that's, banks of our size, I think that's kind of the golden rule going forward is make sure you have the products and services, but combine that with the true relationship banking model.
Any last words you have for our listeners?
We'd love to help you. We're here in Edina and North Oaks. If you're looking for a locally owned, operated bank, we'd love to take the time to meet for coffee and see how we can help you.
I second that motion. Make the call. That's Scott Boyning. He's the market president from Tradition Capital Bank. And once again, they're a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hockey continues right here on mnhockey.tv, along with Chad Schumacher. He's the owner of Tradition Wealth Management. I'm Pete Wagner, between periods. And Chad, I always enjoy these chats because you've got one heck of a juggernaut working here at Tradition Wealth Management. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Let's talk a little bit about who is Tradition Wealth Management, what you guys do, and give me a little bit of a history lesson on how all this started for you.
Great, thanks, Pete. Yeah, we've been around since 2003. One of my best friends who was in the business, Jake Annebeck, they own Tradition Companies. We played against each other. We were in high school. They were looking to branch out and get another avenue company going, and we got together, and Tradition Wealth Management's been here since 2003.
It's amazing. You guys locked horns in high school, and you still are, aren't you? With the little Lakeville South, Lakeville North action.
Correct, yeah. There is only one part of Lakeville, right? South?
Sorry. I'd say who's winning the battle. I guess I don't need to go there.
Yeah,
so as far as your office is concerned, is there future growth? I mean, how many employees do you have, and where are you guys located?
Yeah, right now we have offices here in Edina, Woodbury, downtown St. Paul, and we recently opened up North Oaks, and Wayzata will be opening up in February. So we have 20 people now. We're probably going to go to 25 to maybe 30 over the next 5 years.
Look at you going to Wayzata Street, as I like to call it. Yeah. Wow, very impressive. The cash center of the West Metro. What makes Tradition Wealth Management unique, Chad?
Well, I'd say certainly our people. I mean, I got the best staff. Everybody says that, but everybody's been here, for almost 20 years. It's, being specialized in there. We really specialize that each different person has their own plan, and everybody goes through a plan. So we try to separate it. We've kind of created a private family office for people that don't need a private family office and take care of all public securities. Most of our clients have been here, 10 plus years, if not, since we've been in the business. So we feel very fortunate. And now we recently opened up our sports management division for some of the athletes that we're working for. And so, we really want to make sure we can help all those people stay on the right path as well.
So as far as the type of personnel that you have here, you touched on that a little bit earlier there. What makes them unique? What do you look for in the people that you bring in here?
Well, obviously they got to have a passion. We don't want it just to be just a job. People pay us a lot of money to make sure that their money's in good hands, that the service is impeccable, that we do nothing but have a positive attention to their accounts. We realize we're going to have ups and downs all the time, but as long as we stay consistent, we're going to tend to keep people for a long time at our firm.
Yeah, I think you guys have a unique way of reaching out. One of the things Scott Boyning said from the bank side of things, it's really big time word of mouth. And if you take care of your people, that's what happens. I'm sure that's part of what your strategy too as well is. But what else have you guys done? Can you talk on your network a little bit and how you've built that out?
Yeah, well, over the years, obviously it's a small community. Whether it's hockey or a lot of people know everybody in there. You can have a reputation for 25 years and lose it in one day. So you always got to be on top of your game. We practice what we preach. We're in the community all the time. I'm on the board of Hope Kids, which is a local charity for kids who have life-threatening illnesses. We have Tradition Pass It On. We're always out there trying to help give back.
And by giving back, so many people have benefited from that. And, I know it's from those exercises that not only myself, but others are now aware of your great company.
Yeah, no, it's been very fortunate. We're blessed to have good people, not only here at Tradition Wealth Management, but all the other brands that are out there. So, a lot of the networking is just done intercompanies with our clients, and they know that they're going to get top-notch attention. And so, naturally, it's a good fit for them to be introduced to us. And it's been a very blessed place to work.
So you have a lot of growth that's going on. You're obviously opening another office out in Wayzata. How much have you seen your world here grow as far as maybe the past year or so, as obviously things are humming along pretty well? How have you guys been impacted that way?
Yeah, we're having a record year as far as the people that we're working with. There's a lot of volatility in the market. There's a lot of people selling companies. There's a lot of money in motion. So, we have various things that we run into all the time. There's always enough to stay busy. And, we're trying to get.
We welcome you back to Braemar Arena. We get ready for period number 3 as these two squads have been exchanging markers. Edina taking control of the second period. Bart, how about a quick scoring summary? You might not be able to get them all in, but let's go.
Well, I'm going to just give the goal scorers as it stands. Nevers opened the scoring at the 32nd mark with his 5th, and Nye for Cretin-Derham-Hall, and then Mormon scored for Cretin-Derham-Hall about a minute later, giving him a 2-1 lead. Then Malmquist answered back for Edina. Then Altier for Cretin-Derham-Hall to give them an advantage. Jungle's not of the score, and that's where the first period ended. And then Malmquist with his 5th, and Nevers followed up with his 6th on the power play. That's where we stand right now. But the stat that really jumps off the page, other than the flurry of scoring in the first period, was Cretin-Derham-Hall and Edina 13 shots on goal after the first period. Edina had an advantage 12-3 in that period, so Edina started to inflict their offensive will and playing some solid defense. Cretin-Derham-Hall certainly capable of getting back into this game. They're one good shot away from getting within another good shot, and they're certainly capable of doing it with the offensive skill on this team. They just have to, don't look at it like you need to go out and get it right away, but just kind of methodically take the play back. Like you said, get behind the Edina defenseman, put the pressure on. They were very effective when they got behind the Edina defense and had a very effective forecheck. So if they can get back to that, that might give them a greater chance for success tonight. Not an easy place to play in if you're a visiting team, though.
No, it's not a good spot to be in either,
right.
you know?
Edina's a good front-running team.
Yeah, when they get that energy thing going,
they seem to find a rhythm. It's just like, when your drummer has a good beat going, the rest of the people can fall in place.
Wow, amen to that.
I said that because you're a drummer.
And you know what? You spoken by a person that completely understood it, too.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think what Cretin-Derham-Hall has to do first is just, kind of mind their defensive zone. Just they had some efficient zone breakouts. If they can kind of play positionally, get out of the zone freely, easier said than done. Boy, kind of a weak shot by Bolin. Good shot on goal, but again, Kochendorfer made that one look easy. Received that in his glove.
Kochendorfer, the freshman, absolutely thrown to the frying pan here.
Well, he's playing like an experienced veteran, but I don't think the moment's too big for him in any way, shape, or form. He's very calm and cool back there and has some confidence about him as well.
Indeed he does.
Puck cleared all the way down.
5-on-5 play now as it's going to be played ahead. Nevers stopped at the line. Look at that. They had 5 guys just compressed from the top of their circles to the blue line.
Well, that's how you stop Mason Nevers. By committee.
It's probably not a bad idea right there. I mean, how much do you think he helped his legend with that Sports Center tally?
Yeah, I wonder how the coaches feel about that. Other people probably want to be at Sports Center, so it probably promotes individual play. No, I'm just kidding. But no, that had to be a kind of a fun thing for him. But number 2 on the plays was it the week or the day? It was certainly worthy, I'll say that.
No question. From the corner, Hornets touch pass. Nice job, Delaney to Chorski. Across the line. Kavanaugh's shots turned into the corner by Kochendorfer. It's been an interesting hockey game here from Braemar Arena.
Been a fun one. Very entertaining.
Magnuson to the line and sent right back in by the Hornets. Hogue will set up behind the net. Now Vorlicki with pace. Chorski toward the end of the shift. Delaney to the bench. Chorski, little pull move there on the defense. That was Theleman with it. Chorski goes wrecking ball on the end boards and toward the end of his shift pulls it out of there. Oh, there's a turnover. Morton shot. Scores! Look at Chorski on the end boards just putting on a clinic here. For you young kids at home, this is body positioning at its finest.
Yeah, actually, I think Boris did a really nice job of winning a one-on-two battle down low along the end wall. Came out with the puck, and the puck just snuck out, and it was Morton from a very shallow angle. Eluded the goaltender. That's Morton's 3rd goal of the season, first one of the night, but he caught it short side on Kochendorfer. Kochendorfer looked like he was in pretty good position, but that puck had eyes. Now it's 6-3, down to 14:34 left in this 3rd period. Raiders better get on their horse.
Malmquist takes a chop at that puck as it's pulled out of the air by Boltman as he is watched on the play by Davison. They try to work this one through traffic. So Morton picks up the marker, Bart.
Jackson Boris on the assist.
Malmquist sits on it. Now he goes rink wide to Jungles, who plays that one back in behind the net. Nevers away with it. and that net was knocked off its posts.
Well, kind of a trying moment for the Raiders. And it was Nevers that got it out to Malmquist all alone, right hash. Getting ready to pull the hammer back and fire one on goal. But again, as you said, the south side of the net came off the moorings this time, but there was a period of tension, so relieved a little pressure. Nice win by Cretin-Derham-Hall on that faceoff.
Even better, nice check there, and then Jungles picks up the puck and just throws it over toward the net area.
Well, as Jungles covering for Boltman, Edina, once they start getting confidence, their defense come in and pressure the wingers and really kind of shut down the zone. So a nice responsible job by Jungles. Got a pretty good shot on goal. Had a little velocity on it, but Kochendorfer made it look easy again.
Great pinch there by Boltman, and then the backup.
Well, that's when you know Edina's got some confidence, Pete, is when the defensemen step up instead of step back, and they're generally very effective and they make the right decisions.
Altier. Chorsky just came right his way and he said, you know, you're a monster, go ahead.
There's footsteps.
I really, seriously, don't blame him one bit.
No. And he wasn't, he was just eluding the Edina forward coming in and closing down, but the faceoff's going to come all the way down into the Edina zone, it looks like. 13:31 left in the third period. Edina up by 3 and looking very, very comfortable. But now some offensive zone time by Cretin-Derham-Hall. If they can win this faceoff and put some pressure on Loudon Hogue, who hasn't seen a lot of action recently, and especially in this period. I don't think he's seen a shot yet.
Bridges stopped by Chorsky. He's been really good here in this hockey game again. Yeah. Now to the corner.
Solid place continuing.
Plays the body there. His details are really good on all aspects of the game. I was talking to his dad here between periods, and he was saying he'd like to see a little more variety on the draws. And I said, well, I'm glad you can watch those. You know, I mean, it's just like, you know, did you lace him up okay? I mean, no,
yeah.
But you know, he's right. You have to have some variables there, but
well, it's a process.
But the details he brings to the game, super good.
Well, in the instincts too. I mean, just the fact that he can sense the open areas. He can get to the open areas. He's not terribly quick, but I think he's deceptively fast. But I think it fools a lot of people. But he's very crafty with the puck, and he gets into the open areas and makes the right plays. I look for that to continue, but he's going to progress upwards. Maybe a little variety in the faceoffs, but it's a process, and he's going to be there by the end of the year. I'm sure of it, if not sooner. That's a pretty good faceoff win by Cretin. They just got to get the puck out of the zone. Here we go.
Back the other way they go with it. 2-on-2 through center. A chip one in on Hogue as he makes the save. Hangs on. Will reset in the Edina zone.
Well, that wasn't a bad play by Theleman. He actually brought the puck out of the zone, which is a little bit different dynamic. Edina trying to pick up their men as they go. He went along the right wall, put a pretty lazy shot on goal, but I think it eluded Hogue a little bit, and the puck kind of danced on him, so he elected to cover that puck up. Good decision. Oh, boy, I think that was Mike Walsh that took that, and if it wasn't Walsh, it was Nye. But just along the ice, short side, I think it almost caromed in off the goaltender's skate, but kept it out of the net. Kind of a Ollie moment for the Hornets.
Now, this is an area where the Hornets have had trouble tonight against this Raider team. It's been off the end boards. The defensemen have been outworked in some instances, turned pucks over, and we saw that result in a couple of goals in the first period. I mean, there hasn't been anything since, and they've shored up that part of the game, but still got to keep your eyes on that part of it.
Well, it all has to do with spacing. I think that sometimes the spacing is just off on Cretin-Derham-Hall, but in the first period they dump it in and send 2 guys on the puck and really made Edina uncomfortable, and they had the support and they took the proper angles. Now it's just 1 man on the puck, and that's easier for the Edina defenseman to manage and navigate.
Vorlicki now. Delaney with it. He's going to carry this one up. He's going to dump it hard off the wall for Kavanaugh. Nice placement on that one. Chorsky goes down on the play. Delaney was outworked off that one. Nice play by the Raiders. And that goes off the stick of Hogue.
That even caused me some anxiety, Pete.
In front it goes. He'll quickly cover that one up as in comes Gleason.
Well, I think it's a responsible decision. I mean, Edina really just has to protect their goaltender, and he's going to cover that puck when he gets a chance and again get the tired legs off the ice and get some fresh ones out there. But it's going to be Nevers against Gleason on the draw.
Gleason, the clean win to the line. Hogue, the save Rebound pops onto the stick of Gleason. From the left wing side was Davison, poked away from him. Gleason comes back with it, and a stick gets hung up on a player and the net off its posts. That was Boltman's stick that got into Davison. Well, 11:29. Lots of whistles here in this portion of the third period.
Boy, that first period had great flow to it. This one's kind of been stammered and stop and start, but the time keeps ticking off the clock. Cretin-Derham-Hall's got to make something happen, something positive. They've worked awful hard, but now they just have to see if they can solve this riddle named Loudon Hogue and get some shots on goal. Not an easy thing to do.
Malmquist took off a bit there, and it was cut off by Altier to play that one to the corner. Again, nice job to keep it alive. Magnuson along the line of the backhand. His stick was checked. Puck went off. He looked at the ref. Where's the slash?
I looked at both referees, too, after that one, but, yeah, very effective play. It's only illegal if it gets called,
Absolutely. Right? It's a great play if it doesn't get called. They get through everyone. Oh, there's Hogue to make a nice save. Great opportunity there.
Well, it was a good follow-up on that one. I'm trying to get a number on that. I think it was Chris Walsh. No, actually, it was Altier. He scored earlier, and he had a good opportunity, a good look, but I think he got in a little bit too tight, couldn't lift the puck over the goaltender, and Howe came out and challenged him on that one. Nice challenge by the Edina goaltender to keep that puck out of the net.
To the right wing side for Boris, took it from Morton. Looked to go back to Morton, but good positioning there by Mormon to shut that down behind the net. Pushed along to the wing for Malash. Back into the corner it goes. Mormon will gather it in and try to get that out of the zone, but instead it's another number 4 to throw that one in on goal. That was Williams.
Boy, that one dipped at the last minute. That was a pretty good save by Kochendorfer.
Williams stands his man up by any stretch, no doubt, Bart. Borst through center. Lost an edge there. Puck is taking it. All these types of things are happening here tonight. It's puck's kind of moving around, and it's, you know, there haven't been sure-handed things going on either side of the ledger. It's been quite interesting.
No, you are correct. It makes it, as you said, very interesting.
Borst from a shallow angle. Back to the corner for Morton. Slot picked off and turned back up ice by the Raiders. Forlicki comes away with it. He's going to throw that one back in and behind. Gets underneath the stick of Kochendorfer. As the Raiders will regroup up high in their own zone. Off the boards. Nice job there by Walsh to keep it alive. That was Mike Walsh on goal, and content to cover that one up is going to be Hogue.
Well, again, it's a battle to get bring the puck up the ice for Cretin-Derham-Hall, but they got it into the offensive zone. A lazy shot Hogue had no trouble with, but he held on to it. Face-off now to his left. 9:35 left in the third period. Cretin-Derham-Hall's getting some offensive zone time. They just have to get between the dots and put some pressure on the Edina goaltender.
Bishop, who tried to go through the goal mouth area, that hit someone.
That's a risky play.
Now Delaney's going to carry this one wide, create some space. Back in behind to Chorski, looks up front. He's looking for Rugemer. Instead, it's going to be the Raiders with their old school LA Kings look to the sweaters, which I love.
Oh, absolutely.
Marcel Dion, the Triple Crown line.
Why did it take you so long to bring that up?
Charlie
I was waiting
Simmer,
for you.
Dave Taylor. I was leaving it open for you. Usually I pull that out of the first thing out of the shoot. There's a shot and a save by Hogue.
Bishop.
Hogue lost his twig. Now it's going to be Chorski up the left wing side. He'll play it deep. Hogue gets his stick gathered back in. 8:51 to go in the period. Nice stick there by Nevers. Oh, they have the late man Jungles back door for Malmquist. Trying to tuck it home. And there was Kochendorfer for good measure.
Boy, great play by Jungles. Very unselfish.
In on goal it goes. It's going to be Hogue to make the save. They face off to his right.
Well, that was a good shot by Gleason on goal, just from the left dot. That's the person that you want to have. Kind of a shallower angle than I think he wanted, but nice play by the Edina defense to force him outside on that one. But again, a positive on that one. I think it was Reiners that actually forced him out. So nice defensive play by the Edina defender.
Face-off win. That's going to be Malmquist. Nevers to Jungles, back toward the net. Turned aside by Kochendorfer. Regrouping now and playing it through the zone are going to be the Raiders. Picked off at the line, still stays in the zone. Now, oh, they went down low for Jungles from Malmquist. Nearly had that, but Kochendorfer with the big stick turns that off to his right. Nevers, Malmquist tried to sweep that one into the open net. And to the right wing side it goes. Reiners from center is going to play that in deep. Hornets touch up. They get a partial change. They get a defenseman out and a forward out. It's going to be Kavanaugh now as he rides the body in on his man, Davison. And there's a check right in front of the penalty box area. Nevers wants it. Kavanaugh's there. Back in behind the net. Crashing down on the play is Klein. Swatted at and played through everyone by Malmquist, content to take the icing just to get the change.
Well, I thought Mormon could have played that puck, so I'm not sure that, that was a pretty favorable call for
Merry Christmas, Jerry Burrow.
Jerry Burrow's leaving
He's
the
heading
house.
out. You going back to Duluth?
Are you going back to Duluth, Jerry? Safe travels, man. Always good to see you. All right, buddy.
Be safe. I hate that stretch. I hate that stretch between, let's say, Pine City and Cloquet. Be safe, buddy. Merry Christmas.
He's done that drive many, many
times. In his sleep, literally.
Wow. That's a point of concern.
Morton goes ahead to Chorsky.
Cruise control
Borst back in behind the net. Now Borst walks the line. That's going to be stopped by the defense. It's Milosh to make the play. Chips to center. Vorlicki back over for Williams with 6:52 to go in the third. Now Morton on the angle. Wrist shot. That's deflected. And on the stick now for Klein. Vorlicki back into the neutral zone. Cut off by Morton. He's going to play that one in wide of Kochendorfer. He's going to kick that off to Thielman. Now the right wing on the breakout for Klein. Here they come. The Raiders transitioning through center, edging his Bridges. Bothered by Bishop. Turned over. No, not quite at the line. And now it's going to be Walsh. Stick save made by Hogue off the glass and picked up by Jungles. On the right wing side, it's going to be picked up by Bishop as he throws that one into the high slot area. Back in behind. Thelman with it. Off the stick of Malmquist. Boy, he's been in every passing lane tonight doing things like that.
Well, they all have, really. We'll elaborate on that when we get a chance.
We got it right there.
Well, one thing I've noticed about Edina, it's not their play with the puck that's been so impressive. It's what they're doing without the puck. They're taking their man. So Cretin-Derham-Hall gets possession. Edina down a little bit deeper, but then they try to headman the puck, but they pass it into traffic because Edina forwards and defensemen are covering all the options going out. So they're really trying to cut the rink in half and creating all kinds of troubles for the Raiders as it stands right now.
Chorsky with Delaney now and Shoemaker. Delaney gets the body on his man. Johnson off the boards, sent back in behind. Here comes Bishop to regroup and gather in as he looks up ice. Bishop has some real estate. He's going to take it. Plays this one back in behind the net. Kochendorfer gets the stick out there. They'll swing this one back in behind. Dooley is there. Now it's off the stick. Gleason tried to create through traffic. That's stopped by Bishop. Gleason stays on the puck. Boltman tries to muscle his way with him. Wraps up Gleason along the way. And now it's Davison shot and a save by Hogue. What's going on over there in the corner?
Well,
all sorts of stuff.
His stick's caught underneath
Oh my
Gleason.
goodness.
Oh.
That was a 4-on-4 game for about 20 seconds. Gleason leaves it up to the line. There's a wrist shot that misses the mark. Altier was there. That's off the boards to center. Nope. Delaney makes the play. He's going to let that one go and head off to the bench.
Cretin-Derham-Hall showing some life.
They do. They want to definitely finish strong here, down by 3 in the third period.
4:22 remaining.
Now it's Vorlicki. Rink wide for Williams. Back for Vorlicki. He takes it in stride. Vorlicki from center. He's going to just chip that right into the corner. Back in behind. Mormon. There's a check thrown, and it's going to be Bridges to come out of the zone with speed. He's going to cut his way to the right wing side. Found his man at the line, and Mormon looks to the corner to Bridges. Now it's going to be picked up and played to the left wing side. Handled by Morton. Chopped into the corner. That hits traffic, and it's sent away by Williams. Look out, the referee nearly took that one. Got out of there in a hurry. 3.5 to go. Klein across the line. This has really felt like they've been playing it out here, Bart, for probably the last 7 minutes or so.
Right. But Cretin-Derham-Hall's doing a good job of getting on Edina a little bit quicker than they were before. They're playing inspired brand, but that's what good teams do. They show a lot of character. Even when they're down by 3, they're still coming out to play until the final buzzer. I like that.
Jungles sets up shop as he gains the line. Nevers down low. Their dangerous delayed penalty coming up.
Okay. Well, it's in a proximity where we can't really see who it might be, but we just want everybody to kind of get out of this game healthy and ready to go. But it's going to be Cretin-Derham-Hall not doing themselves any favor. Obviously, with just 3:04 left, down by 3 against Edina, it's not an easy task, but it's going to be Robbie Klein, the senior forward, going to go for the penalty. But the important part is the Edina Hornet player is up under his own power.
Jungles.
Oh boy, he's a vital member of this team too. He's tough as nails. I've seen him take some abuse and keep on playing, but that one got his attention. But I think they're taking the appropriate measure to stop the play, make sure he's going to be okay. Now it looks like the glass may have come out.
Yep, Chad Ishins is there. The glass is off.
He is everywhere. Is there more than
one
of Chad?
He's your general manager. This is his baby. If that glass falls, that's worth a lot of money right there. You're going to want to save it, and you don't want that to fall on anybody.
Absolutely. They're very, very
and
heavy.
It did. Actually, it broke the glass.
Okay, so we're going to have a bit of a delay. 3:04 left.
We've had this happen before.
Yeah, it happened at Eden Prairie last year, as a matter of fact. They had to go to the other rink and borrow a pane of glass. Pete, you got a couple hoodlums behind you looking for you.
Oh, the Worst brothers.
Nice to see you guys.
So I think this one's going to keep rolling for about another hour as we sweep up the glass and put a new pane in there. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I thought I was going to get to bed at a
Dan and Mike
time.
Worst, very Merry Christmas to you and yours.
Absolutely.
Take care, gentlemen.
Don't forget to say hi to Kim for me.
Drive
please.
safe. I think they're going over their options right now, what to do with the glass. They may move this game over to the south rink. I'm just kidding.
Oh, good. My heart just fell for a minute.
Well, first we'll see if they've got another piece of glass. They've got to. I wish I could pull up the replay, but it's only on a timed thing.
Busser coming out.
So Busser's coming out. He's got the broom and the dustpan. Do you just play? Do you go old school and leave it? You can't.
No, you can't. You think that you probably could just tell everybody to kind of stay away from that area or plant a referee by there, but there's a lot of cleanup that Busser's got to do. Well, that kind of takes the starch out of what's been a pretty entertaining game so far.
Which reminds me of that Eden Prairie game. Now the refs are going to go over and talk things over with the benches.
Yeah, at Eden Prairie, that actually happened, I believe, during warm-up, so it delayed the game probably a good 20 minutes.
No, it was a JV game right at the end.
Was it? Yeah, okay. I thought it was the warm-ups after that, but well, it looks
so
like
here comes Rick. He's bringing out the garbage tub. Of course, Rick, another Braemar employee. See if we can get that through the door. They get it on there. Yep, absolutely. Todd Grover's locked the camera down over there. He's texting away. Honey, I'll be home late. Can't bring home dinner.
That's right.
So you can see Dave Buss is sweeping away. Rick will come in with the bin here shortly. They're talking to the coaches right now.
Well, Peter, obviously Cretin-Derham-Hall, just to kind of transition into a bit of a summary, but Cretin-Derham-Hall now comes out, if everything holds true as it stands, they're going to be 3-4, but this is a very good quality team. I mean, the top 3 scorers returning. They were 14-0-2 in their conference last year, 21-4-2 overall. They have obviously a good tandem in goaltending. George McGuire is the goaltender with all the experience, and a very good showing by Kochendorfer, just the freshman as it stands.
Yeah, they're going to call it a game.
Okay.
Yep, I think that's probably, or they're going to, what are they going to do? Well, they're not shaking hands, so we'll see if they grab the sticks.
Well, we wish we could offer some clarity in the situation, but...
Oh, we will. I'm sure Paul Walsh will announce to us what's going on here in a matter of seconds. So the sticks are staying put right now, so nobody's getting the sticks, so stay with us here. We'll get an official... Did he say 15 minutes?
I'm sorry, I tried to hear, but
I think he said 15 minutes. Well, I'd play some music for you if I had it.
right.
We'll leave it right here. We'll just lock it down for you.
Well, the point I was trying to make is there's a lot of good things for Cretin-Derham-Hall fans to look forward to. I mean, McGuire last year we talked about 11-1 record. Gleason, very quick, soft hands. I like his foundation. He skates very low to the ice. He's got some efficiency, and there's a young player named Nick Davison, just a junior, but they're going to rely on him for some offensive output. But there's a lot of good things for this Cretin-Derham-Hall squad. Matt Funk will get them in tune as the year goes on.
So we're under a little bit of a delay here. You can see they're sweeping up that glass. You can see the hole by Dave Buss of Braemar Arena. And then I think after they get that cleared out, they're going to bring in a new sheet. So table is set here, 3:04 to go in the third period. It's 6-3 in favor of Edina. We are under delay, and we'll finish this thing out. We'll keep it here at the mnhockey.tv for you. It's the result of a check that was thrown on Chase Jungles. A check that was thrown by Chase Jungles on Robbie Klein, who ended up getting a minor penalty. Jungles hit the glass just right. It's that seamless glass, though, which is so hard and brittle. You see more of this stuff break than the old school stuff that has the stanchions. So there's still, this is one of the fewer facilities where you're going to see the seamless glass. The one thing about it is it's pretty easy to put back into play. And the bigger thing is people can get hurt with that glass when it shatters and breaks like that. So they're going to continue to sweep things up. The players went off the ice about 5 minutes ago. They said it's going to be a 15-minute delay as we continue to clean up this ice here at Braemar Arena. And when we come back out, there will be 3:04 left with just the family and friends that have remained in the stands on Jersey night here at Braemar Arena. It's no different than a rain delay that we usually see in baseball. We're going to keep it right here for you, and when we come back, we'll have the face-off. So we'll let you watch the progress as we go. Of course, they got to get that glass off the floor that came through on the other side as well. You can see the cleanup continues. Looks like they got, is that 2 panes out right now? Apparently it was the skate of Jet Jungles that caught the glass and shattered it into pieces. And we'll have to go back. They're going to bring the Zamboni out right now. I think they're going to give it a quick shave to make sure they get all of the pieces up off the ground. They got the majority of it, but you got to be safe there too as well. So they sent the teams to the locker room for 15 minutes. We had a pretty big crowd here. Majority of them have bailed, and maybe we'll be picking people up along the way here who want to check out the conclusion of this one. Good to see Sydney Hedges in the house. Working a little bit extra tonight in the concession stand area. Also part of the MNHockey.tv crew. So you can see the glass has already been brought out. It's waiting to be installed as the refs are coming out to see what's going on here. They've got plans, I'm sure. This game has had a really kind of a different feel to it. I mean, there's been a lot of weird bounces and turnovers, and it's just been a different type of deal. And then now this happens, which pretty much sums it up, you know. Cleanup crew is already out cleaning up most of the area of the rink, which is emptied out. There's your still more pieces of glass being picked up. 3:04 showing on the clock. All three refs are on the ice. You see them there on your screen. is talk to the rink manager. Now they're heading over to the Edina locker room. I don't know if they're bringing the Zamboni out or not. They're carrying the glass off in the bucket right now. Doesn't look exactly light. Watching this guy struggle. See the Cretin-Derham-Hall coaches standing in the corner off of their end there. So we'll get this thing going here pretty quick. I think that glass is going to come off and onto the boards here pretty quick. So this will be interesting because it's about like a period break, I would say. More importantly, what do we know about Jet Jungle's skate? Now they're going down to talk to the Cretin-Derham-Hall coaches. They went in and talked to the Edina coaching staff. Now they're coming back down to the Raiders. Maybe they're going to say, hey, we're going to pull the pin on this one. We'll see what they do. They're having a discussion behind the glass. They're going to their players now. Who knows? Maybe they're going to get their players. I'm not sure. Now the arena manager's calling me. We're gonna take this on the air live. Chad Eichen's just texted me. They're moving it over to the East Arena, where they're gonna finish it there. And well, that'll make things interesting. I don't think I can get over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get creative here, and I'm going to try something. So we're going to head over to the East Arena. That's going to do it here from Braemar. Right now the score is 6-3. Edina with 3:04 to go in the third period. They're going to go to the East Arena. Check back. I might have something up for you. I might not.